100? Is it worth 100? I
think,
feel like that's like a 500 or
no, dude.
100.
I mean, well, if you not been talking about it, but give the people what they want.
All right, at 100 subs, I'll wax my nipples.
You heard it here, people. You got to hold them to it.
1, 2, 3. Little warm, little touch, a little fire on the tongue.
It hits.
All right. Okay. All right, everybody. We got I'm trying to get concise on these podcasts because I've been going literally 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you're talking too much.
Moses's was 2.5 hours.
Lord.
So I had to, it takes me forever to edit it.
Yeah.
We got a bomb.
There's literally a bomb.
Counter.
You can't see it, but there's a bomb on a YouTube video counting down. And we're actually kind of excited to see the ending because the description of the YouTube video says something like large explosion at the end. Yeah. So
in 56 minutes and 30 seconds,
we're bracing ourselves.
Okay. Everybody, let's subscribe, like, and comment. Please keep that up. I got 44 subs on YouTube right now, which is garbage. I want 100. And when I get 100 subs, I'll do something. What should I do? I was thinking about waxing my legs. Or,
yeah, I think,
like that's like a tame 100 goal.
That is
right?
tame. That's tame. Yeah, I think.
I thought even my butt without showing it,
That could be good. I don't know. Butt seems kind of epic though. That's like more like a 500 subscribe.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Sub deal.
Because your butt wax would be a lot more
I
tender.
think you've talked about your nipples so much that you might need to go.
Oh.
You might need to do something with that.
I have hair around my nipples and that would hurt.
That would hurt and be just amazing.
100? Is it worth 100? I feel like that's like a 500 or
no, dude.
100?
I mean, well, if you not been talking about it, but give the people what they want.
All right, at 100 subs, I'll wax my nipples.
You heard it here, people. You got to hold them to it.
I'll wax my nips at 100. So let's get to 100 so you can see my nips
Subscribe.
and see the hair get ripped off of them. All right, so this is the part where I read any and every comment. So me and Seth's cover that I put out last Friday, Moses, who has already been on the podcast, which devalues this comment because he's like has invested time into it.
Yeah, for sure.
It says sick nasty.
Okay.
Thank you, Moses. Tucker, who has also
been on the
podcast, means nothing, says huge. Thank you, Tucker. So me and Moses's podcast that came out recently, this is kind of big news, and I'm kind of happy this happened.
Okay.
I got my first dislike. Everybody
way.
Everybody has. They've all been my friends and family.
Yeah, sure.
That are liking. So it's like 100% like ratio. 9 people liked it.
Yeah.
And I finally got my first dislike.
Dislike.
Yeah.
Did they leave a comment or just
No.
the dislike? Oh, that's the worst.
I know. I know.
At least give me some feedback.
Give me feedback and say who you are.
Say yeah.
Stop being a coward.
Yeah. Punk.
Yeah. I demand to know who you are that disliked that video.
We're gonna find you.
I did think who it could be. My guess is like everybody likes me, so it's probably somebody who doesn't like Moses, So sorry, Moses, but you probably
it's definitely not someone that dislikes you.
No, because literally
it's
everybody
impossible.
likes me. So
yeah,
that I don't accept that dislike. If it is somebody who doesn't like me, it could be my ex-college girlfriend who we talked about
on the podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
No. So that
not that one. Oh, wait. There's more.
So the funny part is, if people watch Moses's and Tucker's, I talk about 2 separate ex-girlfriends.
Okay. Cool.
So Moses's, it was my college ex-girlfriend. So it was probably either her or maybe some of her friends.
Oh, for sure.
Tucker's different ex-girlfriend. I have talked a lot about, I guess, my exes on the last one. And then to wrap that up, Mark Whitaker, our friend, actually gave me a very good comment. It made me smile, and I want more comments like this. He said, "I love this podcast, and I look forward to it every Monday to watch it." And who doesn't love Moses? But at the same time, who doesn't love Dina Lowe, who's my mom? And he said, I feel like she is on the same level and she needs to star in an episode.
Oh, yeah.
And then I told him, don't worry, she'll be on.
It's coming.
She'll be on for sure.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to freaking roast my mom alive on this thing. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. 43 minutes. Jeez. Okay.
The fuse has made it away. Made it about halfway around the screen.
Man, my instinct is telling we're going to have to go 10 minutes past the bomb. Oh, yeah. All right, but here we go. All right, so you have to imagine epic music behind us. Okay. Here we go. I literally did not delete a previous intro. Yeah. And I was like, this sounds so familiar. Like, I feel like I've said this before. Okay, here we go. This is the one. Yep. All right. Okay. I think one day I'll actually start playing it out loud to where you get the effect.
It. Yeah, I need the effect.
But for now,
should I act like?
Yeah.
Surprised or
and
gasped?
The music cue. There we go. If you met my guest today 3 years ago, then you have not met my guest today. The man that sits before you today used to be overweight, still handsome, but very unhealthy.
Very true.
With no help from TLC, he changed his life with a weight loss surgery. This guy with a banging bod and a sick shoe game, look at those, is a killer guitarist, bassist, keys player, MD, producer, and engineer. Is there anything else? I feel like there probably is. There's so many things.
I'm not going to talk about myself like that.
There are more things. Let him flex on you with these people that he's worked with. He's worked on tracks with names such as Third Day, Lecrae, Mariah Carey, and billions more. Billions more.
Billions.
On a real note, he has become a great friend and a musical mentor within the last couple of years. He is one of the most talented yet humble musical minds I know. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. It's Jered Schuerman. Thank you.
Thank you for that swimming intro. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Makes me feel good.
It's just me and you here today, so it's just me, you, and Nala clapping.
Well, hey, I'll clap for myself.
Okay. All right, Jered. So you said that you have a surprise for me today.
Yeah, I have a surprise. So let me set this up. I don't know if you're into like the award season stuff that happens on TV, but last night the Golden Globes were on, right?
Okay, yeah.
And the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is responsible for putting on the Golden Globes. But I don't know if you know this about award shows, but they have like a whole bunch of awards that people win that they don't televise because there's just, the industries are so deep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a 2-part thing that they actually sent me here today. They knew that this was happening.
Wow.
And so last night, this was on televised because it's way down the list, but they sent me with an award for you. So
they really know about this podcast?
They know about the podcast. So I don't know if you guys out there in YouTube land remembered Chase's brilliant performance on quitting his podcast.
Yeah,
we're gonna play it. Can we like insert a little bit?
Yeah. Because I'm actually quitting the podcast. I'm not gonna be doing. I'm not gonna be doing Friends in Love. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be doing Friends in Low Places anymore.
And so we're back, and so the genius
thank you
performance,
so much.
And so they've actually sent an award here.
Really?
So
for that performance,
for a performance. So I have the award. That's part one. So let me grab that.
Okay, I'm so excited.
All right. So Chase Lowe.
Yeah.
You've won the award. I didn't know if you knew about this category, but it's Best Music Podcast featuring musician interviews in a Midtown apartment by a millennial in Atlanta whose name rhymes with Mace Blow.
What? That specific category?
That specific category. There were literally thousands of nominees.
Wow.
Like thousands.
In the Atlanta area who do podcasts
with podcasts with millennial podcasters in Atlanta whose names rhymes with Mace Blow.
Wow.
So they wanted you, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. It doesn't stop there.
Wow. This means a lot. Should I say something?
Yeah. I know. I think you need to.
I know that I fooled a lot of you guys, making you think that was real. And I don't regret fooling any of you suckers out there because now I got this. So thank you on behalf of Jered, the
Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Don't mess it up because you won't be invited back.
Cut. The Hollywood Foreign Press.
Never being invited back.
I love you. I love my mom, Jess, my cat, God. Thank you.
Okay, so they didn't only just send this. So here's part two. They were so impressed by that performance that they actually wanted to sponsor today's podcast. I know you're into sponsorships.
Yes.
They sent sponsorship.
What?
So here we have, this is a check to Friends in Low Places. Okay. So they said that you're making podcasting great again. Okay.
Okay.
They want to donate 1 cent for every view on your channel. And you have 1,419 views on your channels. They are donating $14.19.
Oh my gosh.
As a first ever sponsorship check. So I want to deliver that to you. Notice the American flag.
This literally means so much to me. All I wanted and all I'm doing this podcast for is for sponsors.
I know.
I want it so bad. This is all I wanted. And now I have $14.19 to really show all the people that doubted me.
Oh, yeah.
And the people that thought I was dumb for starting this podcast. Look at me now. I made it.
Yep.
And they're going to keep coming, right?
Oh yeah. This is just the start, buddy.
Okay, good.
Plus, all great broadcasters have like swag rooms, like when you get an actual like TV studio, because it's going to happen. You've got to have stuff. So all this stuff has to make it.
This is definitely going up there. My first sponsorship check.
Yep.
My
and a Golden Globe.
Best music podcast featuring music interviews in a apartment in millennial Atlanta house. Makes blow. This is all going in.
Yeah,
there.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Congratulations.
What an honor.
Friend. Yeah, they sent me here they knew I was going to be here, so they
like,
overnighted that from California.
Wow. So, I mean, this is great. It does look like they drew in Sharpie, but I'll take whatever.
Yeah.
You know? True. Wow. What a surprise. Okay. I love that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jered. And thank you so much, California.
Yes.
And the Hollywood press of
it's swag.
I need to do a this will be the what's it called? Thumbnail for me.
Oh yeah.
That's it right there.
That'll get them.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much, Jered.
No problem.
It's very sweet. I'm rich. So I can go to the bank, right?
$14.19. I'll just Venmo it to you later.
And they're like, what the is this?
And you should actually film that. Take that. And I'm
like, no, for real.
No, for real. Someone paid me this. I need the money.
The Hollywood Press.
The Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
From the Golden Globe.
Golden Globe.
Did you watch them?
Did you not see this check?
Yeah.
Do I need to pull my trophy out and show you?
Okay. Let's talk about our cover, Levitated.
Yes.
By a Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Dude, so how is it going as far as right now where you are on the track? Because I'm playing drums and then you're building out the track. We're not taking the track from anything.
Yeah.
Maybe her vocal.
Yeah, we might keep her vocal in there, but just building it up. So, it's always difficult to recreate studio parts.
Yeah.
Right? Because I could throw 15 plugins and on something and make it weird, and you would never be able to know. You'd be like, I think there's some reverb on it and some, but you can be so creative now with tools. It's hard to recreate.
Gotcha.
So that's a good challenge though too for someone like me is tearing apart and listening really intently. And I don't have multi-tracks. It's not like I can solo an instrument and be like, what do they do here?
Yeah.
You're listening in a thick mix with everything's already produced, but you're listening really, really intently to say like, how did they do that and where does it fit? And that's fun.
That's got to be tough too to even. I think my ear it's nowhere as good as yours, of course. But yeah, I think I would be confused about like, is this a different part that's combining with this part to make this sound?
Correct. Yeah.
Or is it this one sound that's just mixed crazy or added?
Oh, totally. I mean, one of my biggest pet peeves right now is that with drum sampling, you can't sometimes tell the difference between the low tom, the kick, and the snare. And so when someone's playing a complex beat, you're like, wait, what's the kick and what's the snare and what's a tom hit? So because I mix a lot and I come from that background, I'm not only just about musical parts, but I'm also about frequencies and like how things fit together. And I think you're saying a lot, not just by the tonality of the instrument or the part that's put in there, but you're saying a lot about the frequencies and the bandwidth that something takes up. So how loud it is, how thin it is, or how wide or how fat, whatever descriptive words. So I love listening to these pop songs. Pop songs are deceptive in complexity. And a lot of times the complexity comes in the simplicity. They're using less elements that take up a lot of space. And then other times you'll get to a chorus or a hook and maybe it's like 1,000 things that are taking up a little bit of space that create a monster sound. And so you're trying to dive in and say like, how are they accomplishing the goal?
Yeah.
And one's not better than the other because you've got artists that can make 2 or 3 sounds sound
I know.
Monster.
Like, I think about Kendrick Lamar's "Humble." I think it was with just that bump, just that piano run with the that bass and snare or whatever.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And even in like the song that we're doing, in a verse, it's bass and drums and some perk and like a little synth loop.
Interesting.
It's like three things. But then in a chorus, there's all kinds of stuff floating around. And some of the stuff is taking up very little bandwidth, but collectively it's everything builds the cake.
Interesting.
Right. So that's where I'm at in the process right now. Is we're close. I think we're like 90% there, but we're getting into it.
Dude, this one was freaking tough for me. And it was tough because I love groovy songs like that, but man, to get that freaking locked in.
Yeah.
That was, and it's really the beat of it is boom, da ga, and it's a double kind of kick on that snare. So it's do ga, and to get that locked in every time, I think it was interesting. It started off as like I was mentally trying to make it happen, and then eventually my body and my foot just kind of started falling into it.
Yep.
And then I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
This was the same thing happened to me. One of the first things that I started tracking on it was the really clean rhythm electric guitar that's kind of got like the funky disco kind of deal. Doesn't have wall on it, but anyway, the whole thing is like, can you technically play it on click? Yes. It doesn't feel right though, because there's this laziness to the pocket.
Yeah.
But this is an example of one of these few times where I felt like I had to kind of go trance out into the part to make it feel like I'm playing it over and over and over and over, and then just kind of like letting my brain kind of go off into space. And then it's like, then it hit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you look at it and you're like, well, I mean, did I really play it different? But it's just, golly, feel and pocket is such a funky dark magic. Right?
I know.
It's just, it's like borderline. I think me and you and Tucker were talking about this one time. It was about the movie Whiplash. Are you a rusher or whatever he called it? And I thought about that while I was doing it. It's just like, but it's somewhere in between, right? Sometimes the pocket is like, don't be late, don't be early. There's a window, but the window says everything about the vibe.
Yeah.
This song to me was, if it was straighter, it would be a Maroon 5 song, because sometimes Maroon 5 songs have not all of them, but some of them have like an immediacy to the pocket, like a real like rhythmic attack. But a lot of the stuff is like kind of synced up and on the beat.
Interesting.
And then you kind of move that the little funkiness back a little bit, and you're getting into this territory. And the more you move it back, the funkier it's becoming.
Wow.
The more Jackson 5 it's becoming, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
this junk was hard, and I might, like we talked about it, I might even go back and retrack it, because I was trying to push myself, and because usually I like to keep it simple, but I'm just trying to flare it up a little bit on this one. I
love it.
But this song is sick. I loved it. I'm glad that you brought it up, because I was vibing with this song when it first came out.
I love pop music. That's just like, pop is so good.
It is good. I used to hate pop when I loved metal. Yeah.
Oh,
I was like F pop, F country.
Yeah, everything.
Metalhead to the day I die. Yeah. A little marathon update. I don't know if you know this, but I did tell you this. I was supposed to run the marathon on Sunday.
Yes, yeah. You told me you were supposed to run it, and
I went online to like get the details. And then it was like 5K on Saturday. Sunday is the half marathon in the marathon. So I was bummed out, honestly.
Oh yeah.
because I was like, I've been training.
You've been
I've been
ramping up
telling
for it.
people, you know. So anyways, March 13th. So like 2 weeks from now, there's one on Saturday in Savannah. And
It's going
just go
down.
and that's where it's happening.
You have a time in mind? Yeah. What's the, like, you consider this a success if you've crossed the finish line
Yes.
or, okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I dig that.
So, yeah, they give you a 6-hour limit.
Yeah.
And I think that's my success point. Crossing the
Crossing
finish
the
line.
finish
Yeah.
Do you think that the more people that know you that are there, the more you would feel like disappointed or like you're a letdown, like a complete failure if you didn't? You know what I'm saying? Like
of course.
Like if you go to a marathon by yourself,
yeah.
you run it, you don't finish, you don't tell anybody you ran
Yes.
in the marathon, right?
Yes.
That's kind of like how my mindset is. You take your wife, you don't finish. She's probably super supportive. Maybe she
Yeah.
tells her close friends over wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chase tried to run a marathon. He didn't quite make it. It was so sad.
Dude,
I was there for
what
some
you're
support.
saying like hurts me
Yes,
really
yes.
bad.
But like,
thinking about
but
that.
if like your family members or friends were to show up, you're in the middle of that thing, and all you can think of is
I have to do
they're waiting on me.
Yeah.
With cameras. They might have flowers. There might be a check from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
True. Another one.
Yeah. Like hell or high water, I've got to finish this thing.
I know.
Right?
What you're touching on is really crazy because I think that is a giant motivator for me.
Yeah.
Is like I've told people this, like, yeah, my family, my friends, they're like, Chase is running a marathon.
Yeah.
And then running the marathon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna be thinking is like,
Do you think you could get one of those like cinematic cameras that hold the camera up in front of your face and you live stream it? Because I would watch that crap.
Would you watch all of it?
I wouldn't watch, well, not 6 hours, but if let's say it's happening on a Saturday, I'm usually working
I
on.
guess I could edit it.
Bro, if I'm no. Live stream it. What I'm saying is if it's 6 hours long or however long it takes you to run, that junk is on. Like I work on my house on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Your live stream would be on my TV all day, 6 hours.
And just be like, he's
okay. I'm walking in. I just kind of check in, look, and okay, where's Chase? Okay, so okay,
he's on mile.
He's on mile, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's barfing right now. He's filming it. Okay, he's got to get some, like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I'm just saying, like, if you're content driven,
yeah,
and you really want to push yourself,
yeah,
you live stream this. You live
this.
stream this bad, but get one of those things that like kind of puts the camera right in front of your face,
yeah,
where people are just seeing you like in a. Just the mental anguish that you're going through, knowing that this is live on the internet and people are watching and hoping and praying for me right now.
Yeah. I think I'm good. I think
just an idea.
I think
just an idea.
That would be crazy. I think for one, just the attachment of something coming off of my body would be very distracting for me.
Oh yeah, maybe. Or could you figure out a way to just do an update like every mile? Because that's only every 9-10 minutes for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So every 9 or 10 minutes, you just pull out your phone. Oh, yeah, I just hit mile 9. I'm feeling pretty good. And then by the end, you're like, I just took a dump on the side of the road. I gotta finish this thing,
dude. Yeah, that might be one of the most concerning things to me is the whole poop issue.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people that poop their pants and run.
I'm just saying.
I really don't, dude. I think I will poop on the side of the road before I do that. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
dude, I will literally beeline into the woods or a bush.
Yeah. Go hard, man. Go hard.
But there have been times to where I've done a really long run
and
it will mess me up in the bathroom.
It's like, everything's moved around.
Yeah. And I looked it up and I was like, what is going on? Why do I have freaking epic diarrhea right now?
Yeah.
And
it's marathon butt.
Yeah, pretty much. Marathon butt.
Are you suffering from marathon butt?
That's my next ad. That's good. Yeah. Okay. I did not get a refund from them, by the way. They did not give out refunds.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I thought that they would in these COVID times, but
you took one on the cheek.
I did.
Yeah.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I did. I had the thought of saying that I had COVID, and if they were like, sorry, but we still can't give you a refund, being like, I will show up to this marathon and I will cough on everybody.
I will bring COVID to the marathon.
And then
what?
And see if they give me a refund then.
Yeah.
But they probably knew that I would be bluffing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I probably would get beat up. I feel like.
Or arrested.
Have you seen those videos? People cough on people. Yeah, that's pretty frowned upon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jered, what do you think? You've gone through a lot of changes within like the last year or so.
Yeah.
Even 2 years. With a lot of weight loss stuff, a lot of pivots and like what you're doing in music right now.
Yeah.
If you had to look at, or I guess if there was like an ideal goal for like what you would want your music career to be, what do you think that looks like for you right now?
That's a great question. I think I'll always, want to create music no matter what I do. So I'm currently about to start building, now that I don't really have a place to work out of. Been renting places around Atlanta right now. I'm building a studio at my house. So regardless of what I do, I will always want to create and have that avenue.
Yeah.
If I had $1 billion tomorrow and I was just independently wealthy, I think I would still have that drive to just create, right?
Yeah.
Even if I just gave it away for free or, whatever. But one thing that I'm looking forward to the future and getting interested in is potentially writing for and even mixing and being an engineer for cinematic stuff. So whether it be like post work, there's a lot of content that's coming out. Like I'll never do major motion pictures. That's just probably not my thing, or I don't live in the right city to do it. But there's a ton of content coming out on Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, all that kind of stuff that's not all done in Hollywood studios. And so kind of looking towards the future is how do I maybe mix stuff for that, surround mixing, dialogue, on and on and on. But also I'm really digging into like writing, because now there's this whole like breed of composers that aren't classically trained, as far as like hardcore music school, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
We got an ad from Sprouts.
I went to restart the bomb.
You restarted the bomb and you restarted the ads too.
Okay. So you were saying that a lot of
there's a whole like slew of composers right now that are not classically trained. Like I'm classically trained in the sense that I grew up like learning music, but I didn't like go to music school for composing and all that kind of stuff. And for a long time, I really had this kind of I've been self-conscious about that, which is like whenever I've had string musicians in the studio, people that need notated music and stuff like that. It's always been a real struggle for me because I'm having to like, it takes me a lot longer than someone who can just like sight read music and like all that kind of stuff is I have to be really methodical about it. And I kind of been like, I don't consider myself like a real musician because I've been in the studio recording world-class musicians. I mean, like top of the game in their field, in their genre, like jazz musicians, pop musicians, rock musicians. And when you're exposed to that, you go like, well, I can't do that. So I'm not a real musician. And there is some truth to that, but I think also that music can be created however you want, right? And so it's like if you're a third grader with an iPad, you're still making music, right? It doesn't make it any less artistic or creative, and you kind of have to think about it like that. And I've kind of had to come off the fact that maybe people are never going to mention my name as a creative musical genius, where they're going to be like, he's trend setting and he's created this whole method and we're all studying how he does stuff. It's not going to be that. And coming off of that, as far as goals, but I think the goal could also be it's like, what do I bring to the table that's unique for people, and how do I harness that into something? And I feel like I can create really great music that's very interesting. But I also do it in a way that I'm not the normal composer guy, right? Yeah. I don't have those skills. So I want to learn them and continue to grow myself in that way. But so that's a long answer to tell you, like, that's kind of where my brain is going, is how to score music for that type of environment in a creative way.
Okay. Let's do some questions from Instagram.
From Instagrams.
Okay, so I posted this very late. So we have 2 questions, non-musical questions.
Okay. I like it.
This one comes in from Chloe Benoe. What is the best cheese for grilled cheese?
It's got to be the melty kind. It's got to be the no cheese content cheese.
Okay, so the melty kind, you were kind of throwing me off the other day.
Yeah. So you know, like American cheese, like that you get like Kraft singles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like milk. There is like no cheese. It's like milk and junk. Now, taste wise, is it the best? No. You got to have like the real nice, like a Havarti, Swiss, a provolone. Maybe it's got to have multiple adjectives.
Yeah. Okay, Chloe. There you go for the cheese. Crafty Cookin said, when did you go to do around the possibility of the going yes to the establishment?
The answer is February.
Very good. Thank you. And those are our questions.
Oh, excellent.
So that, we got another one that just popped in right now.
Right now? Fresh,
right now.
Hot off the charts.
Okay. This one comes in from Jordan_Rowe. He says, how ticklish do you think Chase is?
What's the scale? Scale of like not to like crapping yourself?
Maybe peeing.
That's what I'm thinking. Is like is like you yes, peeing. But like at the point, but I think you could pee before you like cried, got angry, or had a panic attack. I don't think it's the top. Like, I think it's like not ticklish. And then it's like peeing.
Yeah.
And then above that is like getting angry, crying.
True.
And then a panic attack.
Panic attack.
Yeah, like you don't.
Yeah.
Like you
well,
don't.
Then
think
it becomes torture.
That's what I'm saying. Is like the panic attack is like, this is not going to end.
Yeah.
Like this is not funny. This is my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What level do you think I'm
on? I think you mild. I think you're mild.
Yeah.
And you may get into it sexually.
Whoa.
Like feather tickling.
Wow.
Like a little feather tick. I mean, Jess, let us know.
Yeah, Jess, are you listening to this?
Are you listening to this? You know, like the feather thing, like whatever. Maybe you're blindfolded.
Wow.
You don't know what's going on.
I'll be transparent and say that that's never happened, but it is gonna happen.
You got to try it.
I would agree that I'm mildly ticklish as well. And I feel like I would very much enjoy that sexually. So
yeah.
Maybe not like on my pits, you know?
Yeah. No.
Just
tickle.
Like just
like
tickle.
Body tickle. Yeah.
Just tickle what matters, you know? Okay.
Thank you, Jordan Rowe, for the question.
Thank you, Jordan Rowe. All right, let's see. Okay, let me open it up real quick. Deepest, darkest secrets. When I was young, I was a child. this is like literally one of the earliest memories I think I have. I was really young. And I know that it happened though, because my mom can vouch for me. But my mom used to babysit like a neighbor. I think her name was Rebecca. And I had this like toy keyboard thing.
Yep.
And I remember we got into a fight over it. Like she wanted to play with it. I wanted to play with it. Long story short, she called me a butthead. And I had never heard that word before in my life. And it shook me.
To the core.
Me a butthead. Yeah. And here it is.
Okay.
I slapped her. I just straight up. My little boy body got so upset that I just slapped her.
You just smacked her.
Smacked her. And she cried and ran away. And I was just like, what have I done? That's my secret.
That's your deepest,
That's
darkest
my
secret.
darkest secret.
You're going to run out of them.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to have to dig. Eventually, this segment will be over.
Yeah.
When everybody knows everything about me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But when I did think about that, I was like, oh, I maybe could have been an abuser if I would have really leaned into that feeling.
Oh, for
down
sure.
the road, right?
Yeah, if you're like, that felt great.
Yeah, true. It made me really upset that I
Do you
did that.
think if this thing takes off, you get popular? I mean, you are going to get popular. That you're going to hear from them?
I hope so.
Because you get these things where it's like, hey, so and so abused me, and they're like, oh my God, he's an abuser, and they're like, when did it happen? It happened like 64 years ago.
Yeah, when he was 4.
Do you think that's gonna be the thing?
If that's the thing that takes me down, then I don't want to live in that world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
if my 4-year-old self that was the explosion.
You have to put that in the video, dude. You have to show people
what that looked like. Oh, that was so funny.
That was epic.
That was really funny.
I can't believe they did that. Yes.
That was a great way to end the segment, though. Well, first of all, do I
have a deep, dark secret?
Did you think of any or?
Here's a deep, dark secret.
Oh, here we go.
Deep, dark secret. It's the, hey, I need more something in my headphones. And you're like,
you don't do it.
The fake knob turn, especially on a console. Even doing it on a volume thing. Hey, can you turn that up? And they're watching you. And you grab the fader that doesn't do anything. And you just kind of push it like that. And they're like, yeah, that's great.
Whoa.
Because at that point, you're trying to figure out, are they wanting just to be in control of the situation? Are they really hearing it? Whatever. Part of that too, that's not a go-to maneuver, by the way. That's one that you're feeling the dynamics out about how that person is collaborating with you in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Are they overrunning?
That's interesting.
The art? Are they overrunning the situation? Are they being too controlling? All that kind of stuff.
That's very dependent on like the individual person you're working
Absolutely.
with. Yeah.
There are some people that 100% of the time they ask me for something, they're getting it. 100% of the time, because I trust they have good ears. They know what they're doing. They are seasoned. They know the process, all that kind of stuff.
I've heard of a lot of times to where I have friends that are producers that work with people, and essentially they just like almost take a back seat to being the producer and being like, I know I'm hired to produce this song, but you're obviously like you're the dictator of this song.
Oh yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I mean,
so one time I was in a session, me and my buddy Brent, we used to engineer and produce a lot together. And we were hired to not really produce. We were hired to like engineer, but we're there to like, there's sometimes where you're not a producer, but you're basically doing like we were talking about before, where you're basically producing and doing whatever.
Yeah.
But so we're there. It's me and him, the artist, and he's got somebody with him who's an instrumentalist. And we're sitting at the console. They're sitting behind us at the producer's desk. Me and Brent are having a conversation and we're talking like this. Because they're just like figuring stuff out and doing whatever. Like this low. Talking back and forth, just shooting the crap. And the artist says, excuse me, you two. And we like kind of turn around in our chairs and like look back. Yeah. He's like, can you guys quit talking? And we're like, and he's like, I mean, like for the rest of the session, I don't want to hear you talk. And in my brain, this is the conversation I had with myself. Everyone's got a price.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what am I getting paid today? What's my daily rate? Because like, if you're paying me well enough, I'll go out. I'll wash your car.
Yeah.
I'll make you a grilled cheese with whatever kind of cheese you want on it, buddy.
Yeah.
You want melty cheese? You want provolone? You got it.
Uh-huh.
I'll wash your car. At some rate, it's not worth it. I'll walk out of a session if you're treating me that, or I'll tell you to get out.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, that guy was paying us full rate. And I looked at him and I said, sure. And I smiled and I nodded and I didn't say anything because that's what I was taking a backseat to. And the price matched.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Have you ever told anybody to get out? Or has it ever came
I've
to that?
walked out of a couple of sessions. I've had people walk out of a couple of sessions. Yeah, I walked out of one time with a buddy who, I'll tell you two stories. One was the guy he was being a complete a-hole, like absolute. And he started trashing me to the artist. He was like co-producing it with me, but started trashing me. And I was like, I'm done. Wow. And I was like, we've been here for like 12 hours. You're not going to talk to me like, and the next morning I'd be like, you're not talking to me like that anymore. So that was like a not fun one.
Yeah.
And it was my studio, but I just left. I was like, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're done.
Yeah. That's probably the right move. Yeah.
Cause you want to maintain face. Another one, this is a funny one. There is a country guy that I used to work with who a lot of people in Valdosta, Georgia know who watch this podcast. You guys all know him.
You can't say his name.
Oh, I shouldn't say his name.
I can bleep that out. Okay, so what happened?
You can bleep it out.
Yeah, I'll bleep it out. Just like I bleeped out my ex-girlfriend. Okay.
Could you put it in Spanish subtitles? It says like an inye on it.
Yeah.
Yes. We recorded all day vocals for an EP. I kid you not, dude. I kid you not.
Yeah.
He's just like, just kind of struggling with parts, but just kind of doing whatever. And he's just driving me nuts, like with just the way he's doing performances and all this kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, it's got to been 8 or 9 hours of just doing this, whatever. And he finally says something to the effect of, well, it's not like I can even hear myself. And I was like, what did you say? He's like, I can't hear myself. What do you mean you can't hear yourself? I can't hear my microphone in my headphones. And I was like, shut up. And I like walk in the room.
You said shut up?
I was like, no. Well, I was like, shut up. You're lying.
Oh.
I literally walk in the other room, dude. There is no vocal in the headphones. 0. It's muted. We recorded he drove up from wherever he was to do vocals. We recorded for 9 hours. No vocal in the headphones. And I lost my crap. I was literally like, we've recorded for 9 hours.
Yeah.
You've recorded before. And you just are now telling me like, and you realize we've been having trouble all day with like you hearing parts and like pitch and timing. And you've had no vocals in your headphones. And he was just like, his face just kind of sunk. And I was like, I have to take a break.
Ooh, dude.
I have to take a break. I have to walk out of the studio right now. I have to take a break.
Jered, do you have any advice for aspiring musicians or producers?
The first thing would be to diversify. I found that, I guess, what people have relayed back to me as far as how they feel like I am beneficial to them is my versatility. I frequently complain to people that I feel like I'm really not great at anything, that I'm kind of the jack of all trades, master of none. And I do feel that way. I don't feel like I'm like, he's an excellent this, but he just kind of doesn't do anything else. I kind of do everything okay and nothing great. But I feel like that's put me in some really great scenarios. It's a double-edged sword because there are some moments where I wake up and I'm like, man, I really wish I was better at this one thing and I was like the go-to guy. But kind of being a utility belt, so to speak, I feel like has its place, especially in this day and age where you kind of have to be a producer and an engineer and a musician and the songwriter and a social media, manager, and you got to be a promoter. And now I got to learn video. And now, it's
True.
like, so being versatile. But I would say also this, and it's something that I think I try to bring to the stage. I try to bring to my art, which is to do everything passionately and with risks. Life's short. You don't know when the last time you're going to see someone. You don't know if it's the last time you're playing music. You don't know if it's the last time that you're going to be hanging with folks, being creative, any of that kind of stuff. And so I would like to tell people, man, go hard, be, don't be so holding on to your art so tight, that you don't get it out there. Be wild with it, be expressive, take risks in your art, push yourself, be sold out to what you do. And I think that's I guess the reason why people have liked working with me in the past is, if you're infectious about what you do, like if you're like really in it, you can take people along with you in that journey. Right. But if you're not, if you're lackluster in your passion, in the way that you, deliver your art, then everyone's checked out too. So yeah. So one is diversify, and two is, do everything you do with like, reckless passion.
I love it. Yeah. I definitely try and do that in playing the drums. I don't have fun if I'm not really giving it almost my everything,
Oh yeah, totally. I love when we play music because I feel like it's like, if I was tracking a record right now, I would do none of these things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
None of them. Zero negative amounts.
Yeah.
But live is kind of like, man, it's like, enjoy that. Those are the moments that you're sharing with, you're collaborating. You've got those green room hangs and stories to tell where, hey, we did that thing and this thing and the other thing. And it's like, just go ham, because at the end of the day, that's what's bringing life and joy to being a musician and creating art.
Yeah.
Making a record is a completely different set of skills.
Different thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Jered, where can people find you?
Oh, that's a good question. I need to look it up. Look up what's my Instagram? It's Soundwriter or The Soundwriter?
I think it is The Soundwriter, but let me double check real quick.
I should probably change that.
Yeah, so your Instagram is The Soundwriter.
Okay, that's it.
That's the best way to find you. Hit
yeah, because I'm rebranding. Yep. So at The Soundwriter Instagram, check it out. There will be, when I start building this new space soon. We've already poured the footers for it in the backyard. I'm gonna detail the construction process on social media and unveil some new branding and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for that. Follow the new account when that happens, or I might just change the name of this one. We'll see.
I love it. I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to for your new chapter.
New ventures. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's been an interesting couple of years.
Dude, thanks for being on this. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It.
Yeah, anytime.
I really do appreciate it. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. I really can't thank you enough.
So good.
I mean, my first sponsorship.
Yep.
It's a big day for me.
It is.
I really appreciate it.
It is.
Thank you, Jered. Love you.
No problem. Love you too, buddy.
Friends in low places.